Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Turnbuckle Tavern. Today, we're going to ask the question, after debuting at All Out, is a former WWE champion joining AEW full-time? But before we get to that, first, click subscribe to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that bell for notifications. Go down in the description below. Click the link. That's going to take you to all of our stuff, our podcast on Apple and Spotify, our Pro Wrestling Tee Shop, all of our social media. But yeah, do you think Matt Sydal, who debuted at All Out in the Casino Battle Royale, Sneed, do you think he joins the company full-time, or was this a one-off?
I think he does join full-time. I think he's here. I think now this is another single star that they're going to be able to push. And I think, he didn't win, but it was cool to see him come out as number 21. Yeah, I think he does join. I think this is a good landing spot for him. I mean, I think he's here full-time.
Now, they haven't announced it yet, so it's still kind of up in the air if he does join the company. I have the feeling like I want this guy to land somewhere. Like he's in that prime part of his career.
Yeah.
The guy's 37 years old. They always say your mid-30s into your early 40s, that's kind of prime time.
Right.
Pro wrestlers. So he's already kind of in that zone, and I hate to see him flounder between companies. This guy's worked everywhere.
Yeah.
From ROH to Impact to New Japan to WWE. He debuted on AEW. So he's kind of a journeyman. He's been everywhere. He's done big things. He's held the world tag team titles in WWE with Kofi. He was a tag champ, I believe, with Christopher Daniels in ROH. So he's done a lot of stuff. It was fun to see him debut. He had that kind of scary botched spot where the turnbuckle, I think you had mentioned it on our podcast, that talk about how the wrestlers kind of hang out in those corners and what your theory was on that.
Well, I think he hurt himself. I think when he fell, something happened, and I don't think we got to see a true fired up debut because of that. And I think he kind of just hung out, on the side.
I know you had mentioned that, in Casino Battle Royals, wrestlers typically will hang out in those corners when the action's taking place, and the sweat from that, you had talked about how you thought it maybe made the turnbuckle slippery.
Yeah, I think that mixed with the humidity and stuff, where it's an outside event, it made because the turnbuckles are they're not leather. It's more of a fake leather type. I mean, it's a real if it gets wet, it's going to be super slick.
Right.
And being outside in Florida with having 20 dudes in a ring, I mean, things are going to be wet.
I agree.
Things are going to, and you can't base you can't base it on because 99 out of 100 times he's going to hit that move.
Oh, he hits it all the time.
Every single time. It just so happens that the one time that it's a botch. And I don't think, people focus way too much on that, and that needs to go away. You need to look at it as a whole. Don't talk about things as a singles thing. You have to look at it as a whole.
And he picked himself up after that, and he had a good showing, because I think it was he came down to the final three, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was in there for a long time. And I think, a lot of people probably didn't know who he was. Or, there's probably a lot of people that didn't know.
A lot of the casuals. I think that hardcore indie fan, which, there's a large portion of those people that came over to AEW to watch.
Right.
I think they popped for it, but
I think he's there. I think he's there to stay. I don't think, especially coming in at number 21, you being the last person, I don't think it's just going to be kind of a one-off type thing.
I really hope not. I think he would be a good baby face for that company, because they're pretty top heavy on heels right now, which I love. But we need some baby faces outside of our champion Moxley and Cody. You know, we need some of those, and Darby and people like that. We need some other baby faces for those mid card runs. And you know, he's a guy who could have a main event run.
Yeah, and I think that his type of baby face is what's needed. That type of baby face. Like Darby's a great baby face, but he's dark, you know?
Right.
Mox, he's a great baby face, but he's unhinged.
Right.
You know, I think this guy would give a lot of high energy and get people, you know, he would be the get you going, get the crowd going type of baby face.
Yeah, he actually took to Twitter after the match, and Matt Sydal said, talking about the botch and the match, he said, "I think that was a sign. I'll be using all new material next time. Stay tuned in to see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Slipping was bonkers. That was a first and hopefully a last. Thank you all for the kind messages and check-ins. I'm beyond honored to be a part of AEW's All Out." So it's interesting to me that he says, stay tuned in to see what I'm saying. I'll be using all new material next time. Does that mean next time in AEW, or does that just mean next time he's in a match in general?
I think next time in AEW. I don't think he's going anywhere. I really don't.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong, but
no, I hope he's here. We're big fans of Matt Sydal, and can't wait to see what's next for him.
Who do you so if he is in AEW, who do you think he has a program with? Who do you think would be a good program for him?
I mean, if you want to throw him into something immediately, the first name that pops in my head, just because of the way the Casino Battle Royal ended, would be Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Throw him in a one-on-one feud with Eddie Kingston.
That'd be a good one. I'd really like to see that.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you throw him in with Darby, but they're two baby faces. You throw him in with Ricky Starks. You throw him in with any of these, MJF. Any of those guys would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you guys have somebody that you think you would be a great feud with, let us know. We're always open to hearing what other fans want to see. Like, I want to see where everybody else's mind's at also.
Yeah.
So leave a comment below. Like you said at the beginning of the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back at, if you click the bell, you'll know when we're coming back. So
yeah,
do that, and we'll be back at you with more videos soon.